Hey cuties, welcome back to 5 Years Time Podcast with your host Grace. Happy Christmas Eve! Can you believe it? Where did I put my water? It is the last day of Podmas. Oh my gosh. And cutes, it is literally 5 a.m. Like, it is 5 a.m. in the morning. I'd say we're having a coffee chat, but I just have water because I didn't want to go downstairs and wake up the house. Although I'm pretty sure Trevor's awake. I have been up for so long. If you listened to yesterday's episode, you know that I didn't sleep well the night before and I doom scrolled all night. Although it wasn't dooming, like I wasn't in a bad mood. I was just like, I wasn't feeling negative energy towards the social medias or scrolls, except for the fact that I wasn't sleeping. But me and Trevor and Ro all went to my mom's for dinner last night, which was so lovely. Great to see my brother and aunts and uncles, and we really kicked off our holiday weekend. But um, we were so tired. Trevor was so tired. He actually biked to my mom's. I went earlier because I was going to help her make dinner, and we were recording how to cook a roast, which I have to edit that video today, so I'm not sure how it turned out. It was a little chaotic in the sense that we were just trying to we were just having a good time. It was more of a family fun video. But anyways, I was gonna pick up Trevor and then he was like, "Oh no, I'll bike over." And so I think that really took it out of him, but I think he was also just tired in general. And he was so exhausted while we were there. And so I I was actually pretty energized, which I was surprised because I was busy all day yesterday. Um, didn't sleep well, and then I woke up not early at 6 o'clock, but that's like normal time for us. But I hadn't gone back to bed until like 4 or something. And then I was busy all day. Like I was filming and recording and momming and just like all the way until we went to my mom's and then we were still recording more. And then eventually we sat down for dinner. And then after dinner, we had nibbly bits, like different, Christmas cookies, Quality Streets. Guys, Quality Streets changed their packaging. I get it. Better for the universe. But they took away, it's now like paper instead of the colorful cellophanes. And I think the only reason it's truly upsetting is because one of my favorite things my dad did around the holiday times was he would take off the cellophanes and say, "It's not just a sweet, it's an activity." And then he would like hold them up to his eyes and look at the lights, the Christmas lights or any light, and it would change colors. Then we would like put the cellophanes on top of each other to create more colors. It was just a fun activity. And I would do it with Ro too. And she even remembers like doing it from last Christmas. And then this Christmas we opened up the tin and they're different. Change. Sometimes it can be hard. But anyways, yeah. So as we were sitting and having our sweets, Ro is, you can tell she's clicked into holiday time. Like she was it was only 7 or 7:30 and Trevor was like she was getting a little like, when kids are past their bedtime and they get a little wound up. She was starting to get that, but I think she was just like really excited about the holidays and Trevor obviously wanted to go to sleep. So he was like, maybe we should just go. I was like, it's only 7, like let's just stay a little bit longer. And uh yeah, she was just like so hyped. It was quite funny. She was just going everywhere, doing everything. And I loved it. I loved how excited she was. And it's just a weekend in our life. And I wanna full send all the excited energy for this weekend. So let's do it, girl. Anyways, point of this is all that uh by the time I think we left around like maybe 8:30, I'm not sure, but by that time I was like, okay, I'm tired. So I think we all just went home. I laid with Ro. I'm so surprised I didn't fall asleep with Ro. I actually almost was going to fall asleep with Ro, but I remembered I had to export my YouTube video. So like I think subconsciously my brain went into I still have work to do, don't fall asleep. And I didn't. So then I came back in here and I exported and then I just went right into bed. And I think I like scrolled a little bit. I know, cuties. This is my last indulgence in the scrolling. And then I just like passed out. I was like, I don't have anything to watch. And I think Trevor, I don't know what Trevor did. I think he went downstairs and game for a bit, but he must have gone to sleep pretty early because um I woke up at like 3-ish this morning and then was just on my phone, and I heard Trevor get up and go to the bathroom. And so and he went downstairs. So I think he must be video gaming right now. Or maybe he went downstairs to lay down. I don't know. Anyways, he's not awake, or he's awake, or he's not upstairs. I thought I heard him. And Ro is still awake or still asleep. And I was just laying there and I was like, I should just record the podcast, because I was thinking like, oh, what are we doing today? And I need to record one more video for TikTok, maybe two, because I'm still seeing if I think Trevor's gonna do today's recipe of the day. I'm just gonna say he is. I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna tell you our recipe of the day today is gonna be hosted by Trevor. So I at least need to record one more TikTok today and get this podcast up, and also record this podcast. This was me this morning going through my to-do list. And then we're gonna go rock climbing with my brother. And then other than that, and I want to do rapping, I told you. I think Trevor has an appointment tonight, so I'd like to do rapping. But other than that, that's all I have to do. But I was like, oh, I should just record the podcast now. Like, just do it now, and then it's done, and I don't have to think about it or try to figure out when it's going to fit into my day. So that's exactly what I did. But cute. I went to get up and then sit here, and I looked in the viewfinder or in whatever as I was setting up the thing, and I was like, "Oh, wow, I didn't wash my face last night." And I just had like mascara running down my eyes. So I just wanted to wash my face. That's a classic thing for me, not to wash my face when I just want to go to bed. I'm kind of gross like that. So no judgment here, a no judgment zone. But happy final day. You're really getting my first thoughts of the day and this early morning. I am so proud of myself for doing every single episode. I am behind on my TikTok videos, which, like, whatever, I don't care. I took off that one Sunday and didn't record, and I'm happy that I did it. But I'm actually and I'm still going to post everything. We're just going to be a day behind. You're going to get your last episode on Christmas morning, which actually works out because our recipe of the day, our recipe of the day is going to be our Christmas morning breakfast that Trevor makes us every year. So honestly, I think that's like a bonus treat. It was meant to be. Um, but I am so proud of myself for recording all of these 12 episodes. I can't believe it. It was an emotional roller coaster at times. I want to tell you about from start to finish, but I just can't believe we're at the final one. So I like had the idea to do this because one, I really wanted to. I feel like this time of year, there's like a lack of podcasting content. And I am someone who needs at least one podcast like every day because I use it to fall asleep or I use it for like my walk. So like I usually can get like a 10-minute, I'll fall asleep to like 10 minutes of a podcast and then I can finish the rest of it on my walk. So it's like I need a podcast every single day. Sometimes I find it difficult. So I was like, I want to give the cuties 12 podcasts. If there's anyone out there who is feeling like they need some company around the holidays or want something to keep them, be with them for their walk every day or to fall asleep to, just like that. So that was my one. And then two, I just like really needed to get out of, I don't even know if it was a podcasting rut. I kind of talked about this at the beginning of Vlogmas. Come on, Grace. It's been 12 days. We know what this is. Podmas. I talked about how I felt like I didn't have anything good to share. And like, I had this like thing in my mind where I felt like I just said like so many times, but I felt as though I was at this place where I felt like everyone out there had more interesting things to say, or whatever I have to say someone else has already said, or everyone already knows what I'm going to say. I don't know. I just like felt like my words weren't worthy of sharing anymore. And so that was really hard for me to like get past and sit down and obviously talk on my own for an hour to do a podcast. So I just was like, I need something to push myself out of this rut and just get myself, feeling loosey goosey and comfortable and flexible, and just like push myself, and also um, get in a good routine of uh, podcasting and feeling uncomfortable at times and whatever. So, anyways, and I have to tell you, I truly is like remarkable what you can do when you put your mind to it, because 12 days later, I have 12 episodes out and it's like, wow, okay. I am so proud of myself for doing that because let's go over the gist, or not the gist, the movement, the flow of this 12 days and how I felt. I started with such a bang. Like I was so excited. I felt like I also hadn't podcasted for a while, so I felt like I had so much to say. And then about the halfway mark, or like about the halfway mark, it felt like, oh my gosh, this is too much. Why did I sign up for this? I can't keep doing this. This is so much. It's taking time, blah, 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 blah. And then I was just like, just do it, Grace, just do it. And I pushed through. And then as soon as we hit over like just over the halfway mark, like I think like 2 episodes over the halfway mark, I was like so excited I could see the end in sight. Not in a bad way, but in like I'm doing it, I got this, like, and it felt so good. And I've been so excited to record these last few episodes. And I love that these last few episodes have been so like um catchy uppy and heart to heart. And today we're going to do our year in review, which I was thinking like, how do I want to do this year in review? And then I was like, I'm just going to open up Instagram and go through. At first I was like, I feel like Instagram's not a good representation because I wasn't very active at the beginning of the year. Uh, on my 5 years time podcast Instagram. I never even use my personal Instagram anymore because I've become active on this one. So I was like, I don't know if it's a good representation, but I think it'll give me some inspiration to do our year in review, but I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to open up our Instagram and scroll through and discuss this year because honestly, as I said in yesterday's episode, I feel like I can only see the last 3 months. I was like, I can't remember what happened like from last year to now. So I think this will be really fun. I love reflecting. Obviously, if you're here, you know that. But starting off uh, in January, we had our New Year's party, which was so much fun. And then I think January, from what I could see, oh yeah, and we took Ro to her first Ice Dogs game, which was so much fun. Actually, now anytime we drive past the arena, because you can see it off the highway, she always says, Ice Dogs, Ice Dogs. And we should take her to an Ice Dogs game again this winter. She loved that. I actually loved it too. That was my first hockey game as well. And it was such a fun time. Oh, also, I should just warn you that Ro might wake up at some point because it's like we're getting closer to the 5:30 mark, and that's usually when she'll start to wake up. And so this episode may be a little choppy in the sense that I gotta get up and do mom things, but hopefully Trevor's awake somewhere. But anyway, so we took her to her first Ice Dogs game, my first hockey game. That was so fun. I set up our podcast studio. We've officially been podcasting here for almost a year, which is just wild. Um, I can't believe that. This is something that I've wanted for so long, ever since I started podcasting. I'll For the first 2 seasons, I felt like I was always moving from one place to the next because I never felt settled or set up, or I don't know. And then also I always had to like take down all my equipment and put it all up because it was in like public spaces of our house. So I really was craving an area where I could just have my studio set up so that when I felt the urge to speak or record, I could just pop in here and I didn't have to take out the mic stand, set up this, find all the little bits and bobs, whatever, run around the house, plug everything in. Everything was just ready to go. And it feels so good. And I think that really did help enable my ability to just speak more freely on the podcast. And it's been so great. And I love it in here. And I love that I can just close the door and have it here. Also, it's so cute because Ro loves it. She always, even yesterday when we were driving home, I was telling Trevor, I was like, okay, tomorrow we're going to do this. And I just need to sneak in to the studio to record an episode at some point. And then I was like, it's the last podcast of the year, or I said of Podmas or something. And Ro in the back was like, your last podcast, mommy? And I was like, only of the year, just until the new year. And she's like, oh, good. I love that you podcast. She's so cute. Every night on an upload night, which is Tuesdays, because typically I upload on Wednesdays. So on Tuesdays, I come in before bedtime and I just like check to make sure that everything's exported and I quickly get it all uploading. And Ro will come in with me and she always sings into the mic. I actually have a few recordings, which are so sweet. When I have the opportunity and I'm not busy trying to do something and I can get my Audacity open to record it, I have few cute recordings of her. and she'll catch up on her day talking into the mic. She likes to sing. She likes to sing, "This girl is on fire." And it's so cute and it's like a treat. She loves being in here. It's so sweet. I love it. So, anyways, podcast studio, so fun. I'm so glad that we have this space. Um, I think January I spent a lot of time trying to figure out and get back into a routine. I remember I was just like, our fridge was so disastrous, which actually it's so disastrous right now. So I'm sure this January I'll be doing the same thing, cleaning out the fridge and all that stuff. Um, and I remember I was prepping breakfast, which was like a game changer for us. I loved prep breakfasts, but now that I'm obsessed with my cream of wheat and toast, and I have instant cream of wheat, it's like we don't need to prep the breakfast. But that was so good at that time. I remember I was making egg bites. Ooh, yeah, I loved our prep breakfasts. Um, oh, when is this from? January. Okay. End of January, me and my friend Ken went. I actually got invited to Conzelman's. I always want to say it wrong, which is a winery here in Niagara. And this was the best wine tasting experience I've ever had. Actually, I've had two amazing wine tasting experiences, one at Conzelman's and one at the Hair. And they were the best I've ever had as for like experiences. But this one was their ice wine one. And I remember thinking like, I don't really think I like ice wine, but they made us ice wine cocktails. It was so fun. And that was one of the last times me and Ken got to get together before she moved away to Toronto, which is fine. She still exists. But anyways, we had such a good time. And that was so sweet of them to invite me. And it was really just like, so sweet. It was really such a meaningful one. So this is my reminder to you that wine tasting can still happen in the winter. Actually, I think some of my favorite wine tasting is in the fall and winter. It's so cozy vibes. You're inside over the vineyard. It's so beautiful. Sometimes snow or rain. Oh, it's lovely. I really got into making bread. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I forgot about making bread. Okay, so this year's the year that I started making bread. I couldn't remember if it was this year or last year. So this year is the year I started making bread for the first time. Wow. And I just posted our focaccia recipe. Oh, that one is so good by Justine Snacks. She killed it with that one. But yeah, a year of bread. Wow, I feel so much more confident uh making bread now. And I really want to make bagels. I'm sorry, I feel I'm so stuffed up right now. Not because I'm sick, but in the morning, I just am so congested, and it's like I blew my nose like 3 times before this, but nothing was coming out, and now it's just like all settling. I'm sure other people can relate to that. But anyways, what I was gonna say was I really want to make bagels. Every so often, I have like this reminders note where I write down like things I want to make, and I always write bagels, always, always, always. And it's like I haven't made them yet. We did do pretzels, which is super similar to bagels because you boil them, but I want to make bagels so bad. So that's something that I want to do this new year. Um, oh yeah, my pasta attachment. Pasta, I never say that. Pasta. Um, it's also the year of fresh pasta. I've had that pasta attachment for my KitchenAid forever. Like literally, I'm pretty sure I don't know if I got it the same Christmas I got my KitchenAid or if I got it the next Christmas, but I've had it since I was like 15. Not even. I got this my dad gave me my KitchenAid, so I would have had it since middle school. So since I was like 11 or 12. Um and I used it like once or twice and I don't know if I followed the recipe exactly right and it never worked out. And so I just like never used it again. And then I remembered that I had it. My mom actually had it. I was like, "Oh mom, can I have that pasta attachment?" She's like, "Amazing." And it is the best thing ever. Like I absolutely love making pasta and I absolutely like just like love trying new recipes. It's so fun. Ro thinks it's so fun. It's actually way easier than you would think it is. And it's a little time consuming in the comparison of buying a package of pasta, but honestly, it's not even that time consuming. It's so much fun. I find it so therapeutic. So yeah, pasta and bread year. Oh my gosh, we took Rhoda Great Wolf Lodge for her birthday. That was so fun. That was a surprise for her. And um, I remember when we were like driving in, she was just like, Oh my gosh, because she saw the slides and everything, and it was so fun, and that was, like, our first time being, like I've never been to Great Wolf Lodge. It's, like, a proper, like, kids resort. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know that, like, kids resorts existed. Obviously, that's what it is, but I don't know. I just thought it was like, oh, a hotel and a water park, but no, it's, like, kid-oriented, everything. It was so much fun. And it felt like a true proper vacation. I mean, it is, but, like, we live close to Great Wolf Lodge, so it was really just like a staycation in that sense, but, like, it felt like we were, like, transported. It was like, "Oh, I almost feel like I'm at, like, a resort," like, it was so much fun. Um, we went to a few weddings. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we had a wedding in the winter, which was fun in Collingwood. What month are we in? We're obviously we're in February because row. That was fun. Oh my gosh, I made the heart cinnamon rolls, a more bread era for Valentine's Day. Oh, that was so cute. Those cinnamon rolls were so freaking good. I did that trick where apparently it's like the Cinnabon trick. I love Cinnabon, where you add is it half a cup or a cup of whipping cream to your cinnamon rolls after they've laid out and proofed before you put them in the oven, and it just makes them so ooey gooey. It was my year of dancing in the kitchen and recording it. I feel like I am always dancing in the kitchen, but I was sharing more of that. Oh, pierogi. I made homemade pierogi. I need to make pierogi. Oh my gosh, I made the mini homemade pierogi for the soup. Yum. We made, I think it was like a cabbage soup, was it? Yeah, cabbage soup with mini pierogi. Yum. Oh, we need to make a batch of pierogies. That's a perfect winter thing to make. And I've had on my list to make dessert pierogi forever. The thing is, pierogi really is time consuming. Like, that is a labor of love. That one, I remember being like, oh, my back hurts, but I think I stood the whole time. I should have sat. I rolled all of them standing. I really need to sit when I'm doing things more often. Sometimes it's like, because I don't record the whole process when I'm uh, rolling like 100 pierogi. So I should just, but I like, because I'm standing and recording and then I just turn off my phone and I keep going, it's like I don't transition to sitting, but I should bring a stool over and sit down. Um, oh my gosh, I discovered the cookies for two recipe by, I think it's Modern Honey. I've definitely shared it before. It is the best recipe ever. Well, and it's for sure on my Instagram. It's so good. We make those all the time. Like, game changer. Game changer. Many a snack plate. Oh, looking through all these photo dumps. Me and Rowie making all the cookies so much. What is this one? Oh my gosh. March. And that's so funny. Yesterday I was just saying, okay, so we've like jumped to March already. Well, I guess does March come after February, January, February, March? Duh. Um, I was saying yesterday how I felt like winter is really like December, January, February, and technically it's only winter now, but December, January, February, and then as soon as March hits, I'm like, it's spring. And so this picture from March is literally me standing outside like by the lake and there's no snow on the ground, like breathing in the sun. And that's just so true. This is my morning walks in March. And that's just so true to what March is like. Oh, the next picture is actually, I guess I can show. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the camera's over here. I don't know if you can see. Anyways, the next picture is of Mr. Noodles or Cup of Noodles. I'm pretty sure it's Mr. Noodles though, and a sugar twist donut that I picked up from the grocery store in like their fresh donut bread area. Oh my gosh, that was one of my favorite lunches. And saying that now, I know we have oh my god, cute. I was gonna say, I know we have big bowls. Like, Trevor had bought a bunch of ramen big bowls, so I know we have that. So I want that for lunch, one. And then I was gonna say, oh, I should pick up a donut after rock climbing today. But I remembered we're gonna go to this place. It's called Puffs. It's right by the rock climbing gym. But it opened whatever. I have no idea what it is. It's a dessert place and it makes these puffs, but I don't know what the puffs are. I don't know if it's like a deep fried donut or if it's more of like a shoestring pastry, like an eclair, a cream puff. I don't know, but we're going to pick those up. And that's basically what I'm going to say is my donuts and ramen. And I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. I remember that. Oh, this picture. There's a picture of Rosie sitting at, we went for all you can eat sushi, and there was this time in her life where she brought every Paw Patrol character, but we have like 20 Marshalls, not 20. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Marshalls, and then 3 other characters, and they're all lined up, and that was just, like, such a good meme. I'm trying to show them on the on the thing, but it's not gonna show. Anyways, I just forgot about that time in our life where Ro would carry those around literally everywhere we went. Oh, these March vibes are giving me such vibes. I went to Trader Joe's for the first time in March. And that being said, I just ran out of my cookie butter. I'm back on the cookie butter grind. When I first opened that jar in March, I was like, this is so good. And then I forgot about it. And then this past like 2 weeks, I've just been like, I need cookie butter. And I've been I love it with apples. And then when we got to the end of the jar, I was just scooping it out, like scraping out the sides and having it with a cup of coffee. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, I can't believe that's the first time. Oh, my Dunkin' drink. I forgot about that Dunkin' drink. I was just thinking we got to go back over across the border. Maybe we'll do that in January. Um, I got that Dunkin' drink. What was it? It was some sort of tea. It was like a fruity tea, but I put instead of coconut milk, because I didn't know that was an option, I put cream in it and it was so good. I wonder if I wrote what it was here. No, I didn't, but I definitely vlogged it and talked about it because I need to get that again. It was so good. Okay, we need to do a border trip in January. Oh, look at this. We went to Collingwood at the end of March. Um, oh yeah, and we got beaver tails and we hung out with our friends who have a place in Collingwood. That was so fun. I remember we went bowling. Oh, such good times. And then, oh yeah, and we went to visit Trevor's grandma and discovered that our favorite cheese place is over close to where she lives. And we went and visited the farm, and that was so fun. And I want to go and do like a cheese tour. I didn't get to do that last year. I went to Costco for the first time in forever, and it was so overwhelming, and I vlogged it. That was so fun. Let's see what else is here. Oh yeah, me and Rowie went to Toronto. Um, for Trevor used to work for a company that had an office in Toronto, and so he would go in every so often. And on days where I could make it work, if I was free, then I would take Ro and we would have a girls' day. And this was so fun. This was in April, and we had the best time ever. We went and oh, I hear Rosie. She just woke up. She's going downstairs though. I think she thinks Trevor's downstairs. Okay, we're good. We're good. But anyways, we took we went into Toronto and we had the best day ever. We went and visited Lauren. We went to our favorite breakfast place, which what is it called? Live on? I don't even remember. Anyways, it's this cafe that we go to every time. Oh, here's a picture of it. Can I read the name? No, but it's a cafe we go to every single time we're in Toronto. We actually just, oh yeah. And it was so nice. We found the coolest park that had these amazing chairs and we just chilled there and Ro has her little book in the library. Oh my gosh. This was the best day. I remember this was like one of those days where I was just like, this is so much fun. And what I was going to say was recently Ro had found like a little piece from the menu. They have epic kids menus at this cafe. And we were just talking about it like literally 2 days ago. I was like, oh my gosh, our favorite spot. Now Trevor doesn't work there. So we don't go into Toronto as much for days like that. But we should do another day. What else? Lots of food making. Oh, I remember I got my hair cut. I always get my hair cut. I feel like every year I start the year off with my hair being kind of this length, maybe a little bit longer, and then by the summer I'm like chopping it off. I always just like to keep it fresh, keep it fun. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how quick the weather has brightened up and changed. It just makes me hopeful for the new year ahead. Oh, I remember Purdy's Chocolate sent me their Easter collection chocolate box, and that was so full circle for me because we ordered Purdy's chocolate for our wedding chocolate boxes. I love Purdy's, and I loved that chocolate box they sent for Easter. It had amazing chocolates in it, and I was so excited. Every day I would have a coffee and a chocolate. So fun. Oh, I made those deep fried tiramisu raviolis. Those were so good. Ooh, so good. I oh went to whose birthday is this? I think it's Navina's birthday. Such a cutie. Oh, Rowie's haircut. What month are we in now? We're in April. Oh, I had my first. Oh, we made all the meat pies. That was so much fun with my mom in the kitchen. I bought my longboard. That was my first. When is my first time out on my longboard? May 25th. Well, I don't know if it's May 25th, but this is a weekly dump. But May, oh, my longboard. I absolutely loved my season with my longboard. We actually were just in the garage yesterday and Ro was like, "Hey, we haven't taken out your longboard in a bit." And I was like, "It's a little cold." I said, "But first day it's nice out. We'll go out together." I can't wait to sub my morning walks for my morning um board. What is it called? Am I calling did I was saying longboard? I meant paddleboard. My morning paddleboard out on the water. It honestly is the most rejuvenating thing ever, and I'm so grateful that we live close enough to do that. Oh, we went and got the most epic pizza, lots of time outside. I love this all these memes, getting emotion, all the sunsets, lots of snack plates, another day in Toronto. Oh, this was a fun one. We went to Toronto for, I got invited to an event and it was puppy yoga and me and Lauren went, my sister-in-law. We had so much fun, and that was such a fun day because I drove in and we did puppy yoga, and I was like, "Well, if I'm in Toronto, we're making a day of it." And so then I went out for lunch with my friends Akbar and Navina, and then me and Navina went for drinks, and then I went for dinner with my friend Ken. We had such a fun day. It was such a long and wonderful social day. That was so much fun. I love days like that. And then I need to recover after, charge up my social battery. I also had around this time, I'm pretty sure I signed with my management, which was like such a monumental step in my personal career. Oh, I need to sneeze. Phew! Especially because I had met with like lots of management teams and I didn't think that was the route that I wanted to go in because they all made you feel like your dollar signs, money, 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 mine, mine, mine. But then when they had reached out to me and I met with them, it just like kind of clicked and all made sense. So, anyways, that's exciting. Oh, I also pretty sure I was in works with oh yeah, I did my first campaign with Farm Boy and I had a contract with them for the summer, which was so much fun. I absolutely love that. That was like the tip of the iceberg. It was so funny because I had signed that prior to signing with my management, and my management was like, "What's your dream company to work with?" And like literally, my dream company is Farm Boy. Like that's all I want to work with. But I had already signed with them, so I was like, and I remember having to like think like, "Oh, what who do I want to work with?" Like I could not think of anybody outside Farm Boy because literally that was it. Like for me in my mind, I was like, I just want to work with Farm Boy. I want to work with Farm Boy so bad. I've loved them for so long. And then I got to work with them, which was such a big step. And I had such a fun time doing that. I also got invited to this epic Haagen-Dazs event, which was so much fun. And I invited my friend Ken, who lives in Toronto, because it was a Toronto event. And we had such a good time. That was so fun. We ate so much food and we sat at this table with just the two of us, but there was like more space. And then as people trickled in later, they came to our table. So we were like the table of misfits, people that didn't have places to go. And we met the most fun people. It was so fun. That was an event that I really, really enjoyed. Like, and I felt like I met new people. Um, I feel like any other time, I don't go to a lot of events, but I feel like any other time I go to an event, I like never meet new people. It feels very like high schoolish, but that one was so fun. Oh my gosh, we put on my events. I was so excited for my community events, our pickling workshop, which I still haven't eaten my pickles, and our floral arrangement, which was so the floral arrangement workshop, like I love the pickle workshop. It was so fun. I got to talk to so many amazing people. It was truly amazing. But the flower one was just like dreamy as dreamy can be, like spending time in the flower field. Oh, it was so lovely. I turned 30. Oh my gosh. I will still always feel like I'm 16. I had the best time with my best friends who I'm so grateful for. It was literally the best weekend ever. Oh, it was the perfect 30th birthday. It was the perfect combination of everything that I love. Oh, my nose is running. We went to another wedding for Trevor's bestie. And then I went to Vancouver. That feels like a blip. Like it feels like dream. Like, that was literally so much fun. I booked my first trip away for a week to visit my friends. And I remember it was when the forest fires were going on, we were supposed to go to Kelowna and visit them, but then we ended up doing a vacation. And a vacation, I say it was a vacation for me no matter what, but they ended up coming to Vancouver and I met them there. And we had so much fun. And it was just the three amigos. I actually was just thinking about that. It was so funny because um, it was me and my best friend Neela and her husband, and we all went to camp together. And that's Neela met her husband and I met Trevor all at the same place. So anyways, we all know each other. But when Neela and Eric started dating, me and Neela lived close to each other and we were like besties. And we were doing this like thing where we would try and see each other every single day. We didn't go to the same high school, but we lived in the same area. And even we would like grab a coffee, we would have hangouts. But even if we could just only see each other like at crossings, like getting off the bus, high five, like we tried to go for as long as we could. I don't even remember how long we got, but it was long. Like I feel like it was like 50 days. Like it was long. And Eric lived in like a few cities over. He lived in Hamilton, so they were like long distance. They didn't get to see each other very often, like throughout the week. And so he had like a little bit of jealousy about that. And so we always joke that he was third wheeling me and Neela, which wasn't true at all, but like we just joked about that. But anyways, then we spent this week in Vancouver and I got to third wheel them the whole time. And I was like, see, full circle moment, Eric. But I love it. We're the three amigos in that sense. But it was so much fun. It was just such good food, good times. And I honestly like slipped into that world so effortlessly. Like I didn't know, I felt for so long I wasn't ready to leave row, or like I don't know, like I just felt like I couldn't do it. And then all of a sudden I was like, I'm ready. And then I booked this. And then I remember we were driving in the car and I was like, I'm gonna book this trip. And so I booked it and then I went and it was literally so effortless. I think we have a visitor. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, baby. How was your sleep? Good. Oh, good. I'm just going to sit you here so you're a little more comfy. Did you just wake up? Oh, I thought I heard you walk downstairs. Did you go downstairs? No, you just came out of your bed right now. I'm just going to close this door. I'm just finishing up my podcast. Is that okay? Okay. We have a little visitor. Anyways, I was just talking about when I went to Vancouver and how I had so much fun with Neela and Eric. But yeah, it just felt like I was meant to be there. Like I've never been a homesick person or anything like that, but like I was just fully embracing my time away.
When do we get sick again?
Sick?
Yeah.
What do you mean sick?
When do we get sick again?
When do we get sick? I don't know. Hopefully not anytime soon. Why? Were you worried that you weren't feeling well? Oh. Or did you have a bad dream? You had a bad dream? At school? Is that a bad dream or a good dream?
A bad dream, and you guys were in the kinder's room with Santa Claus.
We were in the kinder's room with Santa Claus? And you were in your room? Were you with Santa Claus? No? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Do you feel better now? Guess what? We're going to go rock climbing with Uncle Richard today. You excited? So fun. I'm just going through my memories from this year. So right now we're at Vancouver and then I lost where my scroll was. And then we went to the X and we went on all the rides. This was our year of rides. Oh yeah, I forgot to say we also had our Toronto staycation that we went on with Grandma where we went to Center Island. Was that so fun?
And guinea
Yes,
pig.
and guinea pig.
Sometimes we go back to Toronto and we sleep every night and with them. And when it's done, we Disney people. I never want to bring him to movies because he wouldn't wash.
I know. We got this guinea pig stuffy from the hotel, which was so sweet. And then Ro was in love with it. You took it everywhere, but we left it at a movie theater one time, so we miss guinea pig.
What is it called then?
What is what called?
The movie then?
I'm trying to think. What movie did we go see? Was it Paw Patrol? Mighty Pups?
No.
No, it was a different movie. I don't remember. It was a movie. I don't remember which one we saw. But yes, we had our summer of rides. Ro is a ride warrior. She goes on every ride, even if she's a little bit scared. Even haunted houses and big roller coasters. And we'll have to go back. Oh, I hear Alibi. The whole family's coming in for the last day of Podmas. Come here, Alice. Hi.
Why Podmas?
Podmas. It's my last day of Podmas.
Why?
I don't know if she wanted to come in. But why is it the last day? Because it's Christmas soon. I was podcasting till Christmas. Okay, come on. We've got the whole group in this room. Come here.
Our dad's the notebook.
All girls party. Okay. So we also went to the CNE and went on rides there. So fun. And oh, look, you got your rainbow grilled cheese. Do you remember your rainbow grilled cheese?
Yeah.
That was so fun. And then we went to, what was this event for? Why am I in Toronto? Oh yeah, it was. Me and Trevor went to an event with it was like a TIFF party. That was fun. And that was the same night as Lauren's birthday. And oh my gosh, I drank too much that night. We had such a good time. I started my proper Wednesday night dinner series. I always film my Wednesday night dinners, but I started calling them Wednesday night dinners and filming them a little bit different. And that has been such a fun time. I really enjoyed that, and it's been a great creative outlet for me. And then we went on our trip to Italy.
Where is Lily's goodie bag at our house?
Lily's goodie bag?
Mm-hmm.
What's the goodie bag?
Wait, from her birthday,
Oh yeah, we went to Lily's birthday too.
Do we still have it?
Well, I mean, you have the stuff from it. Your little purse, your Pop-It purse. I'm not sure what else was in it. I think there was like a lolly probably. But we went to Italy, which was such a fun trip.
I remember the motor.
Oh yeah, there was a marker.
There was the red motor. We got 2 red motors.
2 red markers. Which was honestly like the highlight of, there's actually so many highlights. Like I was gonna say that was the highlight of 2023, but like there were so many highlights. I'm actually like, so it's hard for me to pinpoint, but I think that that trip was just such, big yawns, was such a meaningful and impactful thing on our whole family unit together. And it's also like kind of changed my mindset. I actually booked Italy before I booked, did I book Italy before I booked Vancouver? I think I did. And then that kind of made me realize how simple it was to book a flight. And I was like, I'm going to go on a trip just for me. And yeah, so anyways, it kind of opened my mind to like this whole world where it's like, sometimes you can just say yes and do the things that you've always wanted to do. And even when you have a family with small kids and all this stuff, like you can take on the world. So yeah, Italy was so much fun. I think Ro absolutely loved the pasta and panna cotta. What was your favorite thing you ate in Italy?
The panna cotta and the pasta.
Yeah, I thought so. Every night she's like, Mommy, can we have panna cotta and pasta? What else did we do this year? Oh, we came home from Italy and had a whirlwind of a weekend because we had wedding stuff for Trevor's other bestie. It's just the year of weddings. Or actually, it's this is the phase of life, I think, because 2024 is also our year of weddings. We went to the Royal Winter Fair and had a great time there.
What Winter Fair?
Where we see the cows and the horses. Remember?
What else?
What else do you see there? We were gonna watch the dog show, but we missed it. Or we didn't miss it, it was full up
Why?
because it was very popular. And honestly, that brings us to now. We're in winter. We went and got our first real Christmas tree. We've been slowing down. We went and saw the Santa Claus parade, which is now our annual tradition since we've done it twice, and I'm sure we'll do it next year as well. And I'm just like so grateful for this year. It was such an amazing year. I feel like it was a year that I really focused on prioritizing or not even prioritizing, figuring out what my why is and what I want to be doing with my day to day and um, what's important and prioritizing all those things. And then now I'm entering a phase where I'm implementing all that stuff. I feel like I've set myself up well for this new year ahead and what I want to do and how I want to lead my life and what's the center of it. And it's right here, my center, my alibi, my Rosie, and Daddy, of course, too. And I'm just like so grateful for taking that leap. This is also my first full year working unemployed. Being working unemployed, that doesn't make sense, but like stretch. But working for myself and being not employed by somebody else.
Why do you have the picture?
That's a picture of me and Daddy. That's from our engagement photo shoot.
Daddy looks different.
He does. What does
Where's Daddy? Do we still have that shirt?
I think Daddy still does have that shirt. He looks different. Yeah, he looks smaller, younger. But anyways, I feel like I don't remember what I was saying, but I just feel like I am very confident in who I am. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. And I'm so grateful for this community that we have here and for the time and energy that you give back to me because it means so much and it allows me to live out the life that I've always dreamed of with the people that I love the most. And you're all so kind and wonderful. And I'm just so great. Are you copying me? Rosie's copying my hand gestures. Does mommy talk with her hands a lot? High five. So I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to this fun miss. And we will be back in the new year with more great episodes to come. If you can hear Alibi kissing, and if you stuck around for this long, you're a real OG because we're just like a cluster of love right now. Sending you all the care in the world. It is time for coffee and to get our day started. Sending you hugs, kisses, and love, and Merry Christmas. And did I tell you what the recipe of the day is? And we're going to be making our Christmas eggs Benedicts. Yes, we are going to make panna cotta. Me and Ro are actually going to make panna cotta now to record for posting. But the recipe of the day for Christmas morning.
I just don't want to make the panna cotta and pulp because I don't want to make the white part. I just want to.
You don't want to make the white part? That's literally the whole part. What do you mean? You want to eat it? Yeah. Okay, well, it takes some time to set. Anyways, I love you all. Let's go have coffee at breakfast. Stretch. Send kisses and hugs. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kiss. I love you.